Hello, a new trailer has just dropped for The Power of the Doctor, and we are here and we are reacting. Yeah, this is exciting stuff. Jason, I think, is having some kind of seizure at this.
I was trying to react in readiness for the reaction. That's all I'm trying to do.
So when you saw the trailer, you did that.
Well, that's about as frenetic as the trailer actually is.
That's true. That's true.
You mad old queen. Have you been on the Haribo?
No, I haven't.
Right. Well, where are we at? Was it an exciting trailer for you? I feel like I should be smoking at this point. Was it exciting for you?
Well, okay, look, it's not a long trailer by any means. And in about, I don't know, 15 seconds or however long the thing is, it tries to cram a hell of a lot of stuff in. And yeah, there's going to be lots going on. We know this is a big story coming up, a big episode coming up. But it's fast and it's furious. And it's a bit like the last time we had the Fast and the Furious trailers. And you've got to set some expectation levels here because I'm not quite convinced yet.
Is he on the wrong franchise?
Fast and the Furious. Fast and the Furious. You talking about the crap car films? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm on about the Doctor Who trailer.
Oh, I thought you'd
It's such a shame that he died and they couldn't make more films with it.
I think I get what you mean. It is quite a frenetic sort of 60 seconds, isn't it, basically?
It is, yes. It felt like 15 seconds, James, in honesty.
I confess to being underwhelmed. I have to say, I didn't really learn anything new that I didn't already know. And bearing in mind how little information has been released about this and how slow it has been. I mean, officially, you may speculate as to what may be happening during the special. I mean, officially, given everything that's sort of slowly worked its way out, we were still without an official date until the trailer landed. We've been waiting months for a title.
Well, no, because the trailer says coming soon. They announced on the day that it was the 23rd. The trailer didn't give us that information. It's a bit of a strange thing of you've announced that it's the 23rd, but the trailer just says coming soon. About a fortnight, love. That's soon.
I mean, I think I go back to what you just said, Jason. I think we've talked to our reaction to trailers before. Before, I've been like really excited. I remember the Sea Devils trailer, and I was like, "Yes, the Sea Devils! They look beautiful." And remember how that ended up. And so I think at the moment I'm very much erring on the side of there's a 90-minute episode coming. It should be Jodie's swan song, but it still looks like it's packed full of everything. And I fear at the detriment of Jodie's swan song, but that's just my opinion at the moment.
Ben, you be a beacon of positivity for the nation.
I'll try, but I don't know. I tend to agree with you guys that they've literally thrown everything but the kitchen sink into this trailer. You've got Daleks, you've got Cybermen, you've got the Master back. And it doesn't really say anything that, as you say, we don't already know, and it doesn't really tell us much. Just a load of, bang, 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 bangs and flashes, and yeah, I don't know. I feel the same sort of way that I'm not too sure about it. I think this could be a bit of a mess again. I'm afraid. Sorry.
Is it just, James, do you think, and Ben, do you think it's just that we've set our expectation levels at quite a low bar? We get quite built up in the trailers and we think, great, there's something to bite onto, there's going to be some great interest in here somewhere. But we've had to set our expectation levels quite low because, I thought there was a lot of promise in Flux when Flux came up. And I'm with you, James. I thought there was a lot of promise with Legend of the Sea Devils. but they all fall really flat. And I think part of my problem is I'm struggling to get excited at the trailer because I'm not that excited about the centenary special in general. Yes, great. It's great. We've got, past companions coming back, and the Master's back, and we've obviously got Daleks, and we've got Cybermen, and blah, 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 blah. But I just don't know that I can get excited about it because I feel I'm setting myself up for a fall.
But unfortunately, don't you think that we've seen all that before? We've seen all Dalek, Cybermen, and Master before. So is it going to be a sort of a repeat of previous things and just mix and matched up? The only real difference in this is that we're getting Ace and Tegan and perhaps some other people back. So so that's probably, but then in a way, I think that's more our sort of generation, because we grew up with those people, whereas a lot of the younger ones are probably thinking, who's these two old ladies, and not thinking that that's not going to be, no, I'm not being rude, I'm just saying that they're thinking, well, I don't know who these people are, and they're not getting very excited about it, whereas they're like, oh my god, what's going to happen with Jodie, what's going to happen with Yaz, and this, that, and the other. And so yeah, I think it's a different expectation for two different ages for people, the classic fans and the new fans, and it's going to mix and match it up.
Well, I know Jason didn't ask for my opinion in that last questioning.
I apologize for that, people.
It's all right, darling. I do not mind being forgettable. I do not mind that. I think the interesting that I take away from this, because this being the second trailer, is that the first trailer's got more in it than the second one. And surely the clever thing to do would have been to do the first trailer giving you some information, and then it's like a bloody film. Anytime you do this at the cinema, your teaser trailer gives you a little bit, and you might have, oh, is that Ace? Is that Tegan? Or rather than, I'm Ace, I'm Tegan, we're back. Here are the Daleks. Here's everything that's coming in the next thing. To then the next trailers do the same thing. There wasn't, unless you're excited by a flying train, I don't think it told you anything that wasn't in the last trailer. It was a bit weird to be like, there's a new trailer that hasn't revealed it. And maybe if someone did know some of the things that were going to be in the centenary special, it seems odd that they haven't even alluded to that, because
it's the only new thing I learned was the train, and you're absolutely right. I went back and watched the original End of the Sea Devils trailer, and there's so much more content in that, because there's loads of it. Even though you only get 60 seconds, there's about 7 or 8 seconds of the train. There's a couple of seconds of them landing on the train. There's a couple of sort of like weird blackouts where they, there's sort of bit of a narration going on around what's happening to the Doctor. The Master says something slightly different than he does in the original trailer, because in the first trailer he says, this is the day you're going to die, and then in this one he says, this is the day you're going to be erased from history, or whatever it is he says you're going to be obliterated. But nothing. I mean, the other thing and the issue I had was that when they put it out, the first trailer, it was in portrait.
It was on landscape for the YouTube when I saw it.
Yeah, but you missed bits. If you were watching it on Twitter, for example, in the portrait, you missed. I mean, some of the scenes are literally, you have to pause it to see what's going on, but you missed little snippets because the reduced screen. So I just thought, this is your like big trailer moment. You've done a teaser trailer for the trailer. Why? This is your big selling moment. You've got 2 weeks left before the show's on, and I just felt like I say,
it's marketing.
like, what?
It's marketing for you at the BBC.
It aspires to being something cinematic, and I think it's interesting that you have that the crux of the peril there being the Master saying, this is the day you erase from history. Then you'd have bam, 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 and then a bit of a conversation go. You'd split that scene to make that joke. Whereas having the joke before it doesn't. It's not very eloquent.
But but is this the first time that we've seen the Master in disguise as Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen?
Very topical at the moment, though, isn't it? I mean, it's very, it's very on trend, isn't it, to have a.
Yes.
We did note here at Phantom Towers that Sasha has taken it to whispering overacting rather than shouting arm overacting.
Yeah.
It's a different form of overacting. It's still not very good, but it's nice to see a progression. Possibly as a result of having to sit through season 8, he's gone, oh, maybe less is more.
Is it Mondas? That's the question here, isn't it?
It's called The Power of the Doctor. It comes on at the end.
No, what it's called? Is it Mondas, the second planet in the edit? Do you think that's Mondas?
I don't know. I didn't know whether it was Mondas, because there's a fire that comes out of it, isn't there? There's some sort of ray gun that comes out of it. Whether it was Gallifrey, because the cyber Time Lords are in this. So, and the Master's still got that weird, whatever it was that he managed to take out of the cyber leader before, that weird power. He's still got that in him. But he's back. Is it who's the Cyberman with the half a face? He's in it.
Ash something or other.
Ashad, is it, or something like that?
Ash,
Ashanti.
He's in it, because the scene with Tegan and Ace, I think he's in the background of that scene. So, but there's so much, like, we're seeing such a tiny snippet of 90 minutes that you're just kind of like, what is the rest of this going to be like?
I fear it's going to be like the trailer. Mad.
Yeah.
My money's on Bandraginus 5 being the other planet that we see. I think it's gonna be that throwback to what happened to it when the pirate planet surrounded it. It escaped through the flux, and that is what is happening there. That is what the 2022 viewer is calling for after they've seen an assortment of random characters from 60 years of Doctor Who and all the monsters you can shake a stick at. If the Bandle Ambassador doesn't turn up, then I am demanding my bloody license fee back.
And I wouldn't mind some old monsters from the black and white years there as well.
They've got Daleks and Cybermen. They were in the black and white era, Jason. You do remember.
I want something more edgy than that. I want sort of zombie or,
You're sat next to a Dalek and you're like, I don't want Daleks. They're not edgy enough for me. I haven't got one.
I want the Macra.
Jason's waiting for a giant crab claw to come in.
The awful thing is, joking aside, if the Macra Claw had pulled Kate Lethbridge away during the trailer, I would not have been shocked. It'd be, oh, bloody hell. It's like someone wrote down lots of ideas in the office. They fell on the floor and they just sort of stapled it back together and went, that's fine. That's great.
They sat down and they went, right, what are we doing the 20th anniversary? I know.
Now, Kate Lethbridge Stewart mentioned about lots of very important paintings throughout history have disappeared. Now, I'm wondering, is one of the paintings Ace's portrait from Silver Nemesis?
I thought you were going to go for the Fall of Gallifrey one. I thought
that's the most obvious one to go for.
No,
but
he's worried about the Fenric's evil game and the painting.
Exactly. So I want to know, is Ace's painting out there?
Is Mrs. Mangle's painting one of them?
Oh God, with the long neck.
I did think that could be a way of them getting Tom as the curator back if that painting had gone. But
my question actually on that note, it was the train that because I know James has studied the train here. Yeah. Was the train the same train as we get in Doctor Who and the Woman Who Fell to Earth?
No.
And is it the same train as we had when we were on the Orient Express mummy story?
No, because
Is it the same train that pulls out in Black Orchid when they land on the station at Cranley Holt?
Is it the same train from Mysterious Planet?
Are the train guards?
Yes. Are they going to throw rocks at the Doctor and Yaz?
Oh, God. We're taking this very seriously, and we're all very excited, and we're committed to this.
Yeah, no, I think we are excited about the trailer.
No, I just think you've been on Haribo tonight. Haribo and Co-op Orange, Jason. That's what's causing your excitement.
I mean, there is a little snippet of Ace parachuting onto the roof of a building. So, you know, there's obviously going to be some action sequences. The photos have already come out with Ace with her old jacket and a baseball bat, and you know, I think that goes back to what you were saying, Ben. Some of the older viewers will be going, "Oh, you know, this is exactly what I wanted to see." I just, my overall feeling is that there is so much that it's going to swamp what should be end of season, end of Doctor regeneration, handover to, you know, new Doctor, new era, that we're just going to see the one thing that Chibnall said he would never do, which was, you know, bring back loads of, you know, old companions and old villains just for the fans' sake. And I think that's kind of where we're...
Because his first season was, I am literally having no references to the past, anything else, nothing. I've got Doctor Who in the titles and no references to anything. So his last was like, I'm having every freaking reference. Get me my Jean-Marc Lefissier book. I'm having a lot.
Yes, he's gone through the encyclopedia. Right, who are these people? Right, can we get them? Can we get these ones?
Has he gone through the Dave Saunders one, and it's just got to the letter K, and he hasn't been able to do the rest because they didn't finish it? He's like, oh, it's enough for 90 minutes.
Oh, that means we won't get any quarks for you, James.
There's always next year. There's always the 60th.
Yeah.
The Celestial Toymaker and the Quarks. It could be what the public want next year.
Yeah, or the Taran Wood Beast.
Or Beep the Meep, even.
Oh.
Jason wants Muffin the Mule.
I'm old enough to remember it, apparently.
I like the apparently.
Oh yeah, always an apparently after that. There's never going to be an actual matter of fact there at all.
Right. So I think we've lasted a lot longer than the trailer did, and we've obviously given a lot of insightful information. I don't know. I just think you structure these. You have a little explosion for your first trailer and a bigger explosion for your second. So there should have been a little, you know, it had a little wink from William Russell at the end or something. The internet would have imploded, and it just seems an odd thing to say something like that back for the main event, unless there's going to be a third trailer and we've got to come back and do another reaction. It might be like one of those. Do you know when you used to do them in the 1980s, and they'd be like, on Doctor Who this week, and they just show like a sort of minute and a half from some point in the episode. Maybe that'll be the next trailer.
It'll be
Next
when
week.
the Times comes out with the cast listing. Because that will be before the episode comes out.
Spoilers.
Were that the Radio Times does such things properly now. They're a bit scant on their cast list and the like.
Yes, they don't do a full credit list anymore, do they?
Charge you £5 for the privilege.
Well, I think there are lots of surprises still to come in this, aren't there? I'm sure.
What a plot!
James, pinning your colours to the mast here very early on. No, I was thinking in the way of actors, dear actors.
You mean there are going to be actors in it too? I didn't spot one in the trailer. Why did you break this to me? I'm joking. I love everyone in the trailer. That was a joke. Look, don't trolley me. I don't want to be a pariah. Right. So, should we do a thumbs up, thumbs down, shaky thumb thing for the trailer? Is it an up, down? Ooh, come on.
Oh,
the energy now.
I'm gonna have to go shaky thumb for this.
Yeah, same with me. Shaky thumb.
Can we have no thumb?
Jason, you're just shaky.
Okay, I don't. I'm gonna have to go shaky thumb because I'm gonna look like the party pooper otherwise.
Jason, be true to your own opinion with these things. Feel that your thumb should droop it. You do you.
Oh,
I've done it.
That's just the shakes. He's like, I need a drink. I need a drink.
Yeah, I do after that trailer, it's fair to say.
Yeah, still it's that. When you notice scoring, folks, it's still that, even though he doesn't like it. Just saying. Yeah, it's about that. It's fine. It's no different really to the last one.
Oh, you're never going to let me forget the time monster, are you?
or Underworld, or any of the other sort of strange things that you come out with. I mean,
it's all part of my edgy scoring skills, as you know.
Yeah, it's like you're like Shirley Ballas. I'm giving that an 8. They can't dance. They were out of time. It was rubbish, but it's an 8. Yes, Jason, you are the Shirley Ballas of the lineup.
I'll take being the Shirley Ballas of the lineup. I don't mind that.
All right, I'm not going to reappropriate any of this. Thank you very much, guys.
Yes, thank you very much. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Oh, Ben waited there to get the camera back. Did you see? That was something special.
Yeah, he was very well behaved there, I thought.
So far.
Right. Marvellous. Don't forget to like, subscribe, notify, comment, anything like that, and we'll see you very soon.